both crew members will start out outside the U.S. joint airlock. They'll hand out the necessary bags required for the EVA, and they'll translate down to the native part of the International Space Station. There they'll be working between the U.S. laboratory and Node 1. At this work site, they'll be installing an extension cable. This extension cable will provide access to one of the power outlets on the outside of station once the permanent multi-purpose module has been mated. This particular location would be used in the event that Node 3 needed to be demated for a contingency EVA. This cable would provide temporary heater power to Node 3. From there, both crew members will head out in preparation to move the failed pump module from the mobile transporter down to external stowage platform 2. Steve will then begin setting up the space station robotic arm, where he'll install a portable foot restraint on the end of the arm. As you can see happening here in our animation. He'll then ingress the portable foot restraint. Meanwhile, Al will be working on the port seater cart, where he'll remove 2 bags that were left outside during the pump module EVAs during this previous increment. He'll take both of those bags and stow them on a portable foot restraint. He'll take that entire bundle and stow that on external stowage platform number 2. Those bags contained a vent tool and vent tool extender that will be used to vent the 10 pounds of ammonia from the pump module at the beginning of EVA-2. Here you can see Al stowing the portable foot restraint on external stowage platform 2. Here he's routing the vent tool and vent tool extender to get in preparation for EVA-2. Meanwhile, Steve will be retrieving the failed pump module from the mobile transporter. Here you'll see him reorienting the pump module for installation on ESP2, or external stowage platform 2. Al will help him guide the 800-pound pump module into place. They'll partially install it, then remove the adjustable grapple bar. This adjustable grapple bar was used to secure the pump module to the mobile transporter. Here Steve will drive 4 bolts to secure the pump module into place. He'll mate the vent tool to the pump module for venting on EVA-2, and then he'll close the thermal shroud on the front of the pump module. Steve and Al will work together at this point to install the adjustable grapple bar on the flex hose rotary coupler. This is its permanent stowage location until it's needed on a future spacewalk. From there, Steve will begin to tear down the space station robotic arm. He'll remove the portable foot restraint and the adapter that allows it to connect to the arm. He'll install this portable foot restraint for use on EVA-2 when venting occurs. Al will be retrieving the portable foot restraint that he stowed on external stowage platform number 2, and he'll translate up to the Z1 truss where he'll install that. He'll be performing kind of a shell game with portable foot restraints here. While he's in the area, he'll open up 2 thermal shrouds. This will allow Dexter access to these 2 orbital replacement units in the event that they need to be changed out robotically. He'll then move a tool stanchion from one portable foot restraint to the one that he just brought up to Z1, which will allow him to access the portable foot restraint that he plans to bring inside. This portable foot restraint has a heat shield on it. It's the last portable foot restraint that we have on Space Station that still has its heat shield. This heat shield prevents this foot restraint from being installed at certain work sites on the outside of Space Station. So in between EVAs 1 and 2, the crew will bring this foot restraint inside and remove the heat shield. From there, both Steve and Al will translate out to the starboard truss, and they'll get to work on the camera that you see here near Express Logistics Carrier number 4. They'll be installing a wedge that cants this camera inboard to provide sufficient access to robotically install orbital replacement units on Express Logistics Carrier number 4. Here you can see them removing the stanchion. They'll install the wedge. They will change the orientation of the stanchion, and then they'll reinstall the stanchion. At this point you can see that there's sufficient access to Express Logistics Carrier number 4. If things go well to this point, we anticipate having some time to get started on a couple of get-aheads. The first get-ahead would be to install 2 rail stubs. These rail stubs would allow the mobile transporter and SETA carts to travel farther outboard. This would allow a greater reach of the robotic arm when it's attached to the mobile transporter. Here you can see the crew working together to install the nadir rail stub. Now the nadir rail stub has a built-in stop that prevents the mobile transporters and SETA carts from traveling too far outboard. Here you can see the work site for the zenith rail stub. Once the zenith rail stub is installed, we have one more get-ahead per crew member as time allows. One crew member will be stowing the tether shuttle stop. This stop prevents an EVA tool from traveling too far outboard. The new stop that is attached to the nadir rail stub will serve this purpose now. The other crew member will stow the MT or mobile transporter stop. This prevented the mobile transporter from going too far outboard, but by stowing it now, it allows it to travel farther outboard using the newly installed nadir stub as a stop. Finally, both crew members will work together to perform JAXA's message in a bottle, where they'll capture the vacuum of space and bring it back to Earth.